back in the kitchen to cook our next meal. Ed, what is that?
Quinoa pancakes.
Quinoa pancakes, okay. So what's the first step?
So first step is we're just going to get the quinoa because it's we need to cook it basically.
Okay.
So we're just going to bung this in our pan.
Okay, so we've got like a smallish cup of
Yeah,
quinoa.
like a small cup of quinoa.
And that's all you need?
Yeah, I mean that'll do. I think it'll probably do. I mean, if depends how much you want to do. You can always keep it, you know, and use it the next day in the fridge. You won't keep it too long. But I mean, when I make it, so I'll batch cook quinoa, and then I'll keep it in the fridge. So and just use obviously then make the batter because the batter only takes a couple of minutes really.
Okay.
So I'll just batch cook the quinoa, so then I've got it, and then I can just make the batter as and when sort of thing.
So you have the quinoa and then you make the batter separately and then you bring them together?
Well, no. So so you pre-cook the quinoa, and so then that's cooked, and then you leave that in the fridge. And then when you want to actually make your batter, then you add the quinoa obviously to the oil and everything else. So, but you've got your sort of quinoa ready to go for as much or as little as you want. So we're just going to get some boiling water. We're going to just pour it over the quinoa. And just so it basically just covers it because it's got a lot of the water's got to boil off. So just going to pour that in and stick that on the heat.
Straight to the hob.
Straight to the hob. Let's get that on. That one will do, won't it? Oh, this one's a bit. Where's the thingies? Here we go.
There we go.
Is that the right one? Yeah. So we'll get that cooking away. So that'll just need to be stirred every so often.
Okay. Have a serving spoon for that.
Yeah.
And we've got some flour. We've got some blueberries.
Yes.
We've got an egg, milk, and honey.
Oh yeah.
Staple pancake ingredients, but
basically
quinoa.
Yeah, exactly. So what we're going to do once the quinoa's cooked is then we'll start making our batter. So we can start making the jam to go in the quinoa while this is cooking. So
that's exciting.
Well, a sort of jam. It's not proper jam.
So we've got our little pan.
So we've got a little pan. So we're just going to put blueberries in it and just turn it into a bit of a blueberry mix for our pancakes. So just.
Should I pop them in?
Yeah.
Okay, they're not going to go everywhere.
Just bang some.
Yay.
Yeah, that'll do. And then we'll just stick that on the heat. You should have a handle.
What's next?
What's next is basically we have to wait for this to be done.
Okay.
These are warming, so they'll soften and then break down, and then they'll start turning into a bit of a sort of jam.
Okay, so once it's sort of melted down.
Yeah, so basically, they'll break. So obviously they're balls at the moment, and then they'll just as they heat up and stuff, and you stir them around, they'll just basically just turn into a bit of a sort of paste, I guess.
I like that because when I make sort of protein pancakes, I tend to just stick the blueberries in and cook them within the pancake mix. But I've never made this little jam.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's just easy way of just getting it going.
So Ed, we've been cooking the quinoa for about 5 minutes now, haven't we?
It's another couple of minutes probably.
Okay.
So the water is sort of just starting to boil off, and if you look, you can see like stuff's opening out, all the quinoa
So
bits.
the little balls have expanded.
So if you can see, like especially the white ones, because they cook a bit quicker, how they're now open, rather than just those little tight balls.
Okay.
So basically now the rest of the water will cook off, and the dark ones will open up as well.
And you know that they're ready when all the water's gone?
Well, when it's open, so when they're all opened up, that's how you can tell when it's done.
Okay.
So, but you think it'll probably won't be that much longer. So by the time the water's all boiled off, then they should be open.
Perfect. Okay.
And the jam itself is coming along. Where's the? Right. So what we'll do to this?
Let me turn this off for you.
And then we will. It's a bit hot still, so we'll just try and cool it off a little bit just by.
Shall I bring the blueberries over?
No, the blueberries we'll just add those once we cook the pancakes. So.
Blueberries look lovely.
So they'll carry on cooking away. So what we'll do is we're just going to spoon out some of our.
Hold this for you.
Thank you. Let's go with a bit less, shall we?
Okay.
Spoon that out into there. So we'll go, like I say, we'll go with just to make sure we end up using the same amount of everything. So ideally, we'd probably leave it a little bit longer, just so that it will cool down slightly, a tiny bit more for when we start to cook. So what we've done there, so we added that.
Here's one I made earlier.
And then we'll bung that in there, bung that all in. So then what we're going to do now is if you put about the same amount of flour in, which was roughly up to that 8.
Yeah.
Then I'll grab a spoon.
This is getting down to eye
just
level
rough.
kind of job,
You don't have to be. It's one of those you just bosh it in. It doesn't. Again, just throw it all together. That'll do.
There we go.
Yeah, and then we're just gonna. What we want to do is just gonna pour this in here, and we're going to try and coat, basically the quinoa, so it has a bit of a flour coating to it.
Okay.
of mix it all together. Just cover it all up. A bit tighter than that.
There we go. And you've got an egg as well. And
Yeah,
some
so
milk.
we've got, so again, so we can just, the same amount of milk. So I mean, I know
Is it that time, yeah?
Yeah, we can bung it all, it doesn't have to be in a,
Okay.
yeah, so just roughly the same
Right.
amount of milk. So hopefully
Look
you've
at
got enough
that.
there.
It's not gone anywhere apart from the Pyrex dish. You still ski, don't you?
I still do a lot of skiing actually,
Yeah.
almost as much as racing, when I was racing.
Yeah.
But
Where'd you go to do that?
everywhere again. So I do a bit of coaching, so I tend to do, so do you want to add that in?
Sure.
I tend to go everywhere, so I'm doing a little bit of coaching, not too much. Yeah, bung it all in at once, doesn't matter.
there
Yeah,
we
throw
go.
it all in. And then, do you want to be in charge of the whipping
Egg
that
control,
up?
I
Yeah.
can. Oh, we're going to whip it up, are we?
Well, you just,
Yeah.
yeah, so just put it in, again,
Okay.
may as well use that. We'll grab you a fork.
Actually, we've got the perfect one here.
Oh, there you go. Grab you a fork, maybe a
I
better.
love cracking eggs. So satisfactory. There we go. Okay, thank you very much.
Just give that a go.
Okay. So yeah, you were saying you...
Yeah, so I
quite
tend to do a load of skiing, and then I did some coaching for a school, so school skiing trips. I do a bit of work for the Telegraph, doing some ski testing and stuff, and I did a photo shoot for a clothing company, again skiing. So.
Photo shoot. So do you see yourself as a bit of a model?
Well, they did, but
So modest.
I mean, not it's skiing, so I'm skiing in their clothing. So
Yeah, yeah.
most of the time, it's from a long way away. So that looks about right. So
Okay.
we'll throw that in, and then we'll whisk it all up. Put this.
It looks almost porridgey right now. That's quite a good thing.
It's quite a thick batter, isn't it? So what we'll do is once we've beaten it, whisked it up. Once you put that in.
Am I pouring this straight in again? Yeah.
Pour it in. Those are coming along nice. So just
There we
turn
are.
those up a little bit, and then give it a bit of a whisk.
Shall I be whisker?
Yeah, be careful that you don't cover yourself.
How about you hold that?
Shall I?
There we go. Thank
So,
you.
so if you get covered, I get covered too.
Yeah. See what I did there?
You just come a bit closer.
Yes. Well, we are both.
Get all in there.
Okay,
So
is it time for
this,
serving?
Nearly. Let's get this.
Nearly.
Probably
I'll
should
just
put some
stand
time
here
down.
and hold the bowl.
You hold the bowl. I'll
Where
stir
do
that.
you see yourself in 5 years' time?
That's
a big question, isn't
That
it?
is a big question. I haven't had to look that far ahead for a while, sort of living day to day at the
okay.
moment. But no, I think, because I've started doing more commentary for, like, doing Eurosport commentary and doing, again, the news reading stuff, and a bit of stuff with the Telegraph, like on their online stuff. So I think more in that sort of style of things, a little bit sort of media-y,
More
or
media.
that sort of side of things, just because it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
And but then also, like with this, God knows, with the studio that we're opening, there's the yoga thing, so it could be, I could be anywhere. No
Do you
idea.
do it yourself?
I do it, but I wouldn't say I'm good. I try. I'd say I try hard.
That's all you can,
Yeah.
you can do.
Right, so we get one of these in.
Yeah.
Try and
Okay.
just gonna make sure I don't drip. Get that all smoothed around. Pan's not quite hot enough. A tiny bit more.
Okay, so we've got about a full sort of ladle worth.
Yeah, you want to
of
kind
it.
of just fill up your pan. So if you've got a sort of crepe pan or something, or like we've got a small pan
That's
here.
the ideal pan then.
Yeah, so you can get if you've got a proper crepe pan or something like that, it's probably a bit easier. It's a bit thinner, so the heat gets to it a bit quicker.
Did the quinoa change the process of cooking a pancake? Does it take
No,
longer or
no,
it's the
relatively similar. So you have to do the same thing, try and get it nice and hot before you put the batter in,
Okay.
and then let it cook on one side before you
same? Yeah.
try and flip it. I
You
mean,
need
I
it.
don't think we'll try to flip today.
No.
So,
Are
there's
you
a bit of
feeling
pressure.
brave?
Bit of pressure. I don't know. We have got them on edit.
We've got lots of batter though. We could keep
We've got
trying.
loads of batter. Yeah, we'll keep. So you can keep. I mean, I tend to keep it a little bit, but nothing too for long.
Okay.
'Cause you've obviously got. So this is sort of being quite. I turned the heat up, so we took a bit of the moisture out of this, so it's sort of a bit more like a little bit more sort of jam-like now with this
Yeah.
sort of paste. So that's sort of. I don't need down the heat actually.
Okay.
So that's coming along. Turn it up a little bit.
Played it up, Ed.
Let's do this last one. Put that on.
Lovely. Shall I drizzle some honey?
Drizzle a bit. get drizzling.
I shall. They smell really good.
A bit of jam on these ones.
Yummy.
There we go.
So Ed has kindly cooked us up a storm here with some quinoa pancakes and blueberry compote.
Yes.
Do you want to go first and have a little cheeky bite?
Yeah, sure. Why don't you tuck it as well?
Okay.
Oh, I know what this should taste like, so hopefully it lives up to expectations. Oh my God, I'm going to pour this in my face. Oh God.
They are really good. I'm going to take another bite. Go for it.
Good, good. I think it's the eggs. I think it's the yellow eggs.
This is a nice little dessert, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can have it any time of day. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
For coming into the Performance Kitchen and cooking us 2 meals. It's been a real delight. So thank you, and see you soon.
Thank you
for
very much.
watching.
Thank you.